What is up, everybody, boys and girls? It is Krusty Dash, and today I'm here to tell you guys about a sad story of a VP that I just did. So, obviously, I didn't die. All my gags are still up and stuff like that, but it's pretty much just everybody else and what happened. So, as you guys might know, Toontown is having some lag. So, Nutty River is always quiet. Nutty Summit's always quiet. So something's going on with Toontown. I don't know if Toontown's trying to fix it yet, but they better be fixing it pretty soon. So that means Nutty River's quiet, and that means a lot more noobs are gonna try to go to the Cellbot HQ and do VPs. So, there's nobody out in Nutty Summit. There's only people in River, I guess, wanting to do VPs. And so the minute I get into that VP room, there's just me and about, I don't know, maybe like 15 cold callers. So they just all walked up to me, and like I was just a magnet. They were all walking up. They were like saying, "Can you invite me to your boarding group?" They're saying, "Please." And one guy's like, "Please check gags," and his gags were the worst gags I've ever seen. Let's see, is any of those guys online? Yeah, there was only one person in there that was good, and that was her. I'll tell you about her later on. But, yeah, and then they're whispering me, like, "Can you invite me to your boarding group? You rock." Like, they're giving me all this stuff just to get me into their boarding group. But, as you guys know, like, my laugh isn't even the greatest, and as you can see, my suit isn't the greatest. I'm getting ready to max it. So I just did this one recently. I was level 16. I was level 15, then I did that one just about maybe 10-ish minutes ago before I, gagged up. So in the VP, we got the, let's see, which one was it? It was Clerk Ray, which I'm going to waste it because Restock Trap doesn't do much at all. So anyway, I'm getting off track a bit for some reason. But anyway, now let's get into the main little aspect of what's been going on. So, okay, sorry guys, I had to change districts because it was too laggy to be in Nutty River while doing this, so I'm now in Nutty Wood now. So anyway, so now let's get this started. So the minute I walk in, I already said there's a lot of cold callers inviting me. They're pretty much all level 1. They have like 20 health or 20 laugh, and, like, just for fun, I went up to the elevator, and everybody's just fighting to get in. Like, everybody just went on the elevator, and then out in the speed chat, I'm telling everybody, like, "I think this is too risky for you," and they're saying no. And then there's this one toon in particular, this yellow duck, who's like, "No, I have 5 max toons," and he's telling me all the stuff about how good he is. And, like, he's giving me crap because I'm soundless, or, not soundless, I'm trapless, and stuff like that. Then he quits and gets into his, other toon, which he says was maxed, but he wasn't. He only had 111 laugh, 112 laugh, and his gags, he told me he hates trapless toons. He was lureless. He said he was a lureless toon, so he's saying he's dissing me for being trapless. Well, then I'm now giving him stuff about him being lureless, and this guy's just going over why he was supposed to be lureless. He's saying lure was bad and stuff. And then, his toon wasn't even maxed, and he's like, "Yes, he is maxed." I'm like, "No, he's not." And he's like, "Yes, I sort of am." Then he just says, "I'm sort of am." Plus, he was lureless, and he didn't have the high dive yet, so that was another thing I had to tell him. And then he's like, "If I ever see you again, I'm gonna green you." I'm like, "Ooh, I'm really scared." Alright, so I got some mail, I guess. Alright, so now there's that, and then, so now later on, I'm trying to find a good group, and then I guess, what do you call it? Let's see, 2 Mr. Hollywoods and a Mingler walk in. So, then I just started making a group. I invited the 2 Hollywoods, and then I invited the Mingler. And then later on, after I invited those guys, another Hollywood came in, but he only had 60 laugh, so he only had throw maxed, and his average gag was level 5, so I think he was dropless, so he had his throw maxed, and then his squirt was the hose, his sound was the trunk, his lure was a $10 bill, and then his tune-up was like a megaphone or something. So yeah, he wasn't the greatest Hollywood, but assuming you know what the tunes do, the Mingler in my group ends up inviting that guy. So obviously he wasn't my group, you know. I just thought to, you know, let it go and, you know, about everything, because he at least has the trunk to get us through it, but he definitely wasn't very good. So now that we have, let's see, like 3 Hollywoods and a Mingler in the group, then my team starts inviting some cold callers. So I just thought, why not just let it go. Let's see. There's one of them that was soundless. His gags were decent. And then there's like the rest of the cold callers were just regular cold callers and stuff like that, right after that, I'm like, okay, oh well, we don't really have anything to lose. I should be able to make it through. Like, if there's these cold callers, I should be able to make it through because I have all my lure and stuff. So once we get into the VP, so the minute we get in, knowing the Toontown balance, I get on the team with the 2 cold callers and the name dropper, which the name dropper wasn't very good at all. But yeah, so I get into that team, and then the other team has all the Hollywoods and then the Minglers. So the minute I get into the thing, I was gonna try to tell these tunes what to do, So I just said, because I think there was one level 12 and then one level 8. So a level 12 Hollywood, a level 8 Hollywood, and then a level 1 and 2 level 1 cold callers. So I'm telling them. I mean, the minute I get in, I didn't really say anything. I just wanted to see what they do. So the dog, which was one of the Minglers, he was the sound. Sorry, not a Mingler. The dog. So the dog was the name dropper, and he was soundless. So he says, I'm going to use lure. So he uses lure. Let's see, it's this one right here, and he says it is what do you call it? He says it's organic, but his lure wasn't even max. But he said it was organic. So I just decided to use a birthday cake on the level 12 Mr. Hollywood. So then right after that, without anybody else doing anything, the mouse, which was another cold caller on the team, he uses I think he used a whole fruit pie on the Hollywood. So, and then the cat, which was the other cold caller, passes. So the lure misses because he said it's organic, but then the lure misses. So the guy is like, she's saying like, why is my lure missing? It's organic. So yeah, his lure misses, and I'm pretty sure our birthday cakes, my birthday cake and the fruit pie didn't get him, so he didn't die. So all the cogs started to attack. So after that, the cat didn't use anything again. The mouse, the cold caller mouse, used a tune-up, which was a bamboo cane, and then the dog used another big magnet. And I told him, let me lure because yours won't work, and he's like, no, it will work. So right after that, I just used another pixie dust on the mouse because the mouse was about to die because all the cogs went for the mouse for some reason. So then again, his lure misses, the tune-ups all work, and then the cogs attack again. So obviously, pretty much what I'm thinking is that the cat on the left of the battle is away because the cat passed for 2 rounds, and then the mouse on the second to left, he seems like he's decent, but he's not that decent. And then the soundless dog again keeps saying, what? Why does it keep missing? And then I told him let me lure, so I finally go ahead and use my big magnet, and the dog ends up using a tune-up for some reason. So he uses the tune-up, I believe it was the bamboo cane, and then the cat says, I need a tune-up. So obviously the cat was actually fighting because he said, I need a tune-up. So he was passing the whole time. It's just he kept saying, I need a tune-up. So the cat is there. He's just not choosing to do anything. So the dog tune-ups, the cat passes, I use the big magnet, but then the little mouse uses the small magnet. Okay, but anyway, after he did use the small magnet, but it actually worked. So yeah, even though he uses the small magnet and I use the big magnet, it actually worked. It worked unfortunately, so it wasn't a big loss. So now all the cogs are lured, and the cat was tuned up all the way. Everybody had full tune-ups. So um, after that, I try to finish. So I'm gonna go. I went ahead and went to finish that level 12 red cog. The level 12 cog that me and the mouse hit with the cake and the fruit pie. I go ahead and hit him with the storm cloud. Well, so now after I do that, the mouse goes ahead and helps me. He used the I think he used the seltzer bottle, and then the dog, he uses a seltzer bottle on the level 8 Hollywood. Uh, I mean, that's just I wish I can get more of these things on tape because that was just ridiculous. So, and then the cat passes again. So, the level 12 dies. You know, the other cogs come in, and then all the people decide to use sound. So we all use sound for some reason. I just use sound. So everybody died, but then I think it was two level 11s came in, and then two level 8s came in. So that's when I knew that we had to lure. So I go ahead and use my hypno goggles, while the dog says, no, let me use my big magnet. So, I mean, I was trying to argue with him. I'm like, no, don't use the big magnet, but apparently he does end up using the big magnet while I use the hypno goggles. But that doesn't matter anyway because the mouse uses a bicorn. So the lure actually worked, but the mouse used the bicorn, so all the cogs attacked. So what that did is that made the blue dog almost die. Pretty much everybody is almost dead. So the cat keeps saying, I need a tune-up again. He just keeps going on about wanting to get a tune-up. And then the dog ends up saying, let me use lure. So I just let him use lure while the mouse tuned me. I tuned the mouse because the mouse seems like he knows what he's doing. So my tactic was to kill the dog and the cat, but the dog was still pretty useful, but I was still going to try to kill the cat. And then the cat says I need to tune up again. I think this cat should just know that he can't get a tune-up. So he says I need a tune-up again. And so when me and the mouse and then me, we both tune up each other, and the dog's lure worked for the very, very first time. His lure worked, so all the cogs are lured again. And the cat says, I need a tune-up again. So I think this mouse actually knew what I was doing. So the mouse used a lipstick on the dog because I think he knows that the cat isn't doing anything, so we needed to kill him. And I think the dog also caught on because he wasn't really healing the cat. So everybody was at full health except the cat was at like 20 health. So we ended up luring, and then it went pretty well. So I went birthday cake the right, and then the mouse birthday cake the second to right, and all of them were dead. So like we went through that round pretty good. But every single round the cat would say, I need a tune-up. So once we actually reached the last cog, so I think there was a level 12, no, sorry, not a level 12, there was like a level 10 and then a level 9 and then some level 5s or something like that. So the dog again says, let me use lure, and I don't know, was he training? I think he was training because he only had the big magnets, so he's going to use the big magnet, and the cat says I need a tune-up. So me and the mouse use our throw gags to help team up and actually beat the cogs, but the cat uses an SOS. So he sends in this guy who restocks healing gags. Oh, that's just hilarious. He must have I mean, he just sent in an SOS to restock our tune-up. So I have all this tune-up here, and the cat keeps saying, I need a tune-up. And he would say, you're welcome, I need a tune-up. Like, you know, he just used the SOS. And then again, so next round, or that round went pretty smoothly, but then the dog says, can't we just tune up the cat? And he's wanting to tune up the cat, but like everybody's saying no. So the dog starts passing every round for some stupid reason. He just starts passing. But then we actually ended up beating the cogs, but that the cat was still alive, and all that, they were all still alive. So then at the Skelecog round, which this is where all the funny parts happen, we go ahead and fight the Skelecogs. So when we get into that round, I got the dog, I got the cat, and I got some other tune that was a Hollywood. He was like a 113 laugher. So I got him on our side, and I'm telling him, he knows not to kill those other guys, because, I don't know, he must have heard us all talking on that other side. So then the cat, he says, I need to tune up again. The dog's trying to lure again, but this time the dog used the $5 bill on just a random cog. So we just all started passing, and then the cat died, and then the dog died, because they just got so much out of hand after that whole part. Like, the dog, he was trying to train his lure. The cat was trying to get a free win, because he was just sitting there wanting to get tune-ups so he can actually win without using gags. And, you know, I invited him, or I let him actually join, because his gags were okay. I mean, like, he had throw up to the cream pie, and then sound to the foghorn, and, you know, squirt up to the fire hose. You know, he was pretty good. He was trying to be an Uber. I don't know what he was trying to be. But, yeah, so those two were dead, and then the VP just goes on, and, you know, we end up winning the VP. So that's how it went, guys. And, I mean, just so much of this stuff always happens with cold callers and stuff. It's lagging, guys. I don't know why. I'm out in, like, the district that is never supposed to get laggy, but Toontown is just doing something weird. But yeah, guys, there you go. That's pretty much why, like, I don't know what just happened, because, you know, they all look so decent. So the dog. So yeah, and I believe I'm actually friends with that mouse, because he just wanted to be friends with me. Yeah, this was the mouse right here that was helping me out. Yeah, so we ended up winning the VP, and everything went all good. But yeah, guys, so there's my story. It was pretty depressing. I mean, so much tunes are just idiots these days and stuff like that. So I will see you guys later. I'll be just training my doodle. So yeah, see you guys.